Welcome back to Chapter 3. Let's switch back to my man Gabriel Knight. There's sort of an explanation for all of this, but if I told you, it would ruin the rest of the game. Man, I wish the resolution was good enough to see what he's looking at. And that's just not a webcam thing, guys. I can't see it either.
China. Our homie.
Well, it is a Gabriel Knight game, so let's check the newspaper.
It looks like there's been another wolf killing, and this one occurred last night in downtown Munich.
No horoscopes, though. Oh, look, I've got a business card from von Glauer.
Baron Friedrich von Glauer. He lives in the Perlacher district.
Let's find this door.
I don't think the Ubers want me in their private bedrooms.
Private bedrooms. Yes, he can live in your house, just don't let him in your bedroom. Well, we know for sure that Grace has sent us a package, because we did it. So let's go pick that up. Wow, we have a lot of places to go today.
Das vereinbaren Sie am besten mit meiner Sekretärin. Gut, ja, danke. Oh, I was hoping you'd stop by. I have a package for you.
Really?
It was shipped yesterday. We have excellent mail service here in Germany.
Must be from Gertie.
I trust this morning finds you well, Mr. Knight.
Yeah, I'm lucky it's found me at all. You can call me Gabriel, by the way.
Oh, of course, call me Harald. Harry's okay too.
Thanks, Harry. I don't have anything else to say right now.
I like Harry. Alright, let's take a look at Grace's package, even though we know what's in it.
March 18th, 1994. Gabriel, you might as well know, I'm in Rittersburg. I wasn't about to sit in New Orleans and let you have all the fun. Besides, if it goes anything like last time, you're going to need my help. I've been doing the research Gerda said you wanted. Enclosed is a book you might find useful. It looks a little outdated, but then I've never dealt with werewolves before, so it's hard to be sure. There's also some werewolf history right here in town. I found some clues pointing to a werewolf called the Black Wolf. He's cropped up in a couple of places, including here in Rittersberg in 1750, and in association with Ludwig II, a Bavarian king that died in 1886.
The
It's all ancient
1751
history, I
died.
know, but something tells me that it is relevant. I'm not sure where to go from here, except to look into Ludwig II. Ask around about the Black Wolf in Munich and see what you find out. Also, let me know if you want me to research Ludwig or join you there. I'm sending this to your lawyer, but I'll need to contact you directly. Send your address and phone number ASAP. Herr Huber is being stubborn and won't tell me. Be careful and write. Grace.
Damn it, what the hell is Grace doing here? At least she's off in the ozone somewhere. The Black Wolf, Ludwig II. She's really losing it.
Yeah, it's not like her help was vital the last time you had a case dealing with voodoo. We've already read these. I'm just going to make sure Gabriel reads them.
I don't have time to worry about this historical stuff at the moment. I don't think it's got much to do with what's going on here in Munich.
And that's why we have Grace. Because Gabriel is presented with stuff and just goes, nah.
Chapter 3. There are two like man to be. Werewolf, the mind of
It's been a while since I've played this game,
damnation.
and I can't remember if it's important that Gabriel reads all this stuff too.
Werewolf, alpha, and it is important. Symptom, therefore, a good example.
Let's talk to Harry.
Do you know anything about King Ludwig II?
But naturally. Have you been running into him much on your tour of Munich?
Running into him? Isn't he dead?
Yes, long dead. But he is still everywhere, like your Marilyn Monroe or Elvis. He is the Bavarian enigma.
So what's the big deal about this Ludwig guy?
They call him the fairy tale king. He's very romantic and mysterious, you know. He built castles and now they are huge tourist attractions.
Castles? Where are they?
Oh, let's see. Herrenchiemsee is about 3 hours southeast. Neuschwanstein is southwest to the border with Switzerland, about 2.5 hours. I can have my secretary draw you a map if you like, but most German maps have them already mapped.
No thanks. I wasn't thinking of going myself. But it does seem like a harmless enough activity for someone else I know. So this guy's just a dead king, right? And these castles are just out in the countryside, hours from Munich.
Yes.
Perfect.
I have no idea why he's so determined to keep Grace off this case.
Have you ever heard of anyone or anything called the Black Wolf?
No. Sorry.
That's all right, then. Sure it's nothing. I'm off. See you, Harry.
Goodbye.
Apropos of nothing, currently Jane Jensen, who created the Gabriel Knight series, has a Kickstarter thing going on where she wants to make more paranormal thrillers. And eventually she wants to make more Gabriel Knights. You should Google it, you should support it, you should give them all your money. Anyway, part of that was Dean Erickson, the guy who plays Gabriel here, actually did a video saying what I just said. Go give her your money. And the guy looks and sounds pretty much the same. It's kind of spooky considering this game's like 20 years old at this point.
Hello. Grüß Gott. Cute.
Hey.
Yeah, there is in there this sound thing, you know, to wake up. You know, in the morning.
An alarm clock.
Yeah, alarm clock. Yeah, richtig. Yeah.
How much is it?
Wie viel? 60 marks.
Good thing I own a castle. 60 Mars. I have no idea what that translates to in, you know, real money.
I'll take that woodpecker clock.
60 marks, bitte.
That's all right. I'll take it as it is.
Dankeschön.
It's funny in these FMV games because despite the fact that we can see that they are real actors, real people, it still follows adventure game logic, which states that Gabriel can have all of this stuff in his pockets without a problem. So just keep in mind, as you see the actor walking around, he is carrying 3 books, some notebooks, a tape recorder, a cuckoo clock, a dagger, a necklace, a wallet. Like, he is just carrying the world around with him. Oh, hey, there's more people listening to when the Saints go marching in now. Alright, let's go to our hunting lodge for rich weirdos. Well, hey, that looks like something's happening.
Guess I figured out where last night's killing took place. Isn't that the detective from the paper? Commissar Lieber? Commissar Lieber, my name is Gabriel Knight. I've been trying to get in touch with you at the station.
Gabriel's pretty ballsy. Rather than walk over to the guy, he's just yelling at him in front of reporters, all these other cops. Well, I've done a little bit of research here, buddy. How about this?
Commissar Lieber, my name is Gabriel Knight. I need to discuss some evidence with you.
What do you want? I'm busy here.
I have some evidence here that contradicts your zoo wolves theory. I was wondering if maybe we could discuss it.
Look, I don't know who you are or what you think you're doing, but I don't have time for this.
Germans are angry. Well, let's be fair. I did try to give him the evidence before I did this.
Are y'all with the news? I have some information you might find of interest.
You're an American,
That's right.
and you believe you have information about the mutilation killings.
I do have some information, yes, ma'am. I was about to discuss it with the commissar over there, but he seems kind of busy. I thought I'd speak with y'all instead.
I love Gabriel.
Nun gut, was soll's. Dreh schön, Dieter. Wir befinden uns am Tatort des bis jetzt letzten bizarren Todesfalles, der durch die Killerwölfe herbeigeführt wurde. Mit mir befindet sich ein Amerikaner, der offensichtlich wichtige Hinweise bezüglich dieses Mordfalles hat. You believe you have information about the wolf killing, sir?
Yes, I do. I was about to ask Commissar Lieber over there some questions, such as why animal hair found at the crime scene is reddish brown when the escaped zoo wolves were gray.
Er fragt, wieso die Tierhaare am
He is so proud of himself.
wie doch die entlaufenen Zuwölfe offensichtlich grau waren.
And how come paw prints found at the scene indicate an animal much larger than the zoo wolf species Canis lupus lupus?
Why does he have to yell
Und ihr
that?
fragt, wieso die
That
Pfoten
stuck with me
natürlich
for
ein Tattoo
years, just that
viel
weird
größer sind als
lupus,
die der
lupus.
Zuwölfe. How did you get this information?
Well,
Police
All right.
brutality.
You have my attention. Now, who are you?
Gabriel Knight, the American novelist. I've been by your station to see you, but funny thing, they would not let me in.
All right. I'll see you at the station later, but only if you agree to get out of here and not talk to the police.
The Pwids.
You got it.
That is a very angry German. Well, I did promise. Let's talk to our dear friend Zadie. The one who was so rude to us before.
Guten Morgen, Herr Knight. I'm afraid there's no one here at the moment. They're all busy with their daily tasks. You are, however, welcome to use the club. So I've been informed.
Thank you, Xavier. You're so kind.
Alright, I don't know if you guys can see it from this angle, but there's a score tally up here, which is common in adventure games. And in this case, right now I have 185 out of 679 points. Here's what I've always wondered. The majority of these games have such a weird, arbitrary upper limit, 679. Some events that you do give you 1 point, 2 points, 5 points, whatever they pick. If they can pick the point totals and the number of points you can get, why wouldn't they go for like 1,000 or 700? Why? Just my own personal thing.
Mind if we chat for a moment?
Anything to be of service, sir.
Wow, I want to punch this guy through the screen.
So, tell me about the club.
What about it?
Everything.
How long has the club been around?
Since 1970.
No way. The old Royal Bavarian Hunting Lodge? It's older than that, isn't it?
Die Königliche Bayerische Hofjagdloge is ancient. This particular form of it is new.
What happened in 1970?
Baron von Glauer came. He brought a new vision. The lodge had nearly died out. Hunting is not so popular as it used to be.
Were you here when von Glauer joined?
Baron von Glauer. He hired me later, in 72.
How many members are there?
There are 5 now, not including you. I'm not sure of your status.
5? You mean the men that were here last night make up the entire club?
Quantity is not an overriding concern with us, Herr Knight. The Baron personally interviewed and approved each new member. Despite your own experience, this club is extremely exclusive. Not everyone would fit in.
No, I don't suppose they would. How often do the club members go hunting?
As a group, once a month or so.
Once a month? Hell, I thought y'all were hunters. Back home, you don't get out there and spill a little blood at least once a week. The other men start looking at you funny.
Organized club hunts are once a month. Members can use the club's lodges anytime on a more casual basis, and they frequently do.
I'm sorry, I love Gabriel.
So,
And
tell me
Dean
about the club
Erickson
members.
is
I
hilarious.
don't gossip about our members, Herr Knight.
Gossip? With you? Please. I've never met anyone as obviously discreet as you.
Thank you.
Bet you could drop a load if you wanted to, though. You probably know more about what goes on around here than anyone.
True. At least I used to. But with all these new people coming in, I'm not sure I know anything anymore.
All these new people. You mean I'm not the only fresh blood?
No, Herr Dr. Klingman was only accepted a few weeks ago.
Really? Who brought him in?
I was not in on the discussion, so I really couldn't say. But I'm sure there was more thought behind his acceptance than yours.
How Gabriel doesn't just deck this guy, I do not know.
Have you ever heard of the Black Wolf?
No.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that line of question never
Alright,
works.
Xavier. Thanks. Dead things. Gotta love them.
Let's see, somewhere around here is... There they are.
It's in German.
Imagine that. German magazines being in German. Oh, look, we have a back entrance.
Locked. Nice plan.
Alright. I want to get inside this locked room. I'm sure Xavier has the keys. But Xavier hates me. So let's do this.
I think I pumped that particular well dry.
I'm just casually standing here, looking at my watch, just standing here.
Somebody's out the door.
I can hear.
Keys. We're in business. Me, I'm just standing here, spending my day.
Everything all right?
Everything is fine, Herr Knight.
Well, now we can solve this little mystery. Now, unlike with Grace, though, I think perhaps we should hide the fact that we stole these keys. I mean, I'd hate for Gabriel and Xavier to get in a yelling match and then Xavier runs off crying, right? We gotta learn from experience. So, the door's unlocked. Let's repeat our little trick. It worked so well the first time. You already seen that.
I think I've pumped that particular well dry.
Just standing here. Just gonna spend all day in the lobby. Nothing unusual about that.
Möchte wissen, wer das ist.
I think I understood that. I think that was what the hell's going on. My god, this game is making me speak German. Let's see, you've seen these cutscenes. And we'll just put those back.
Everything all right?
Everything is fine, Herr Knight.
Now let's go check out the mystery room. The game calls this the ritual room. Why do I not feel safe?
Aren't some of these endangered species? Aren't some of these endangered? Aren't some of these...
Okay, he's gonna say the same thing about everything.
Just a guess, but I don't think this stuff has much to do with hunting. Just a guess.
Excuse me, sorry about that.
Rice, Von Agner, Henneman. Met them all last night. I wonder what these figures mean. Rice, Von Agner.
Well, he recently did something to cut his in half, whatever it is.
Rice. What the hell do these guys hunt anyway? Ninjas? What the hell do these guys hunt anyway? Ninjas? Photos of the club hunts. Looks like Von Glauer and Von Zell monopolized the camera. Or the hunts.
Oh crap, where am I gonna hide? Where am I gonna hide? Oh, I'm just standing here.
Mr. Knight?
Hey.
This room is for members. Only.
Oh, sorry. The door was open. I'll go up.
Wait! I'd better make sure you do not take another unexpected detour.
You mean an unexpected detour heading up the stairs?
After you.
He's gonna march me out in the street and shoot me in the face, isn't he?
Sava! Sava, kommen Sie!
Ja, Baron Von Zell?
I found the basement door unlocked and Herr Knight below. Perhaps you could keep a better eye on the keys in the future.
I will, Baron Von Zell.
Oh, I don't think Xavier's ever gonna be my friend now.
May I speak with you, Baron Von Zell?
Yes? What is it?
So, what do you do for a living, Baron Von Zell?
For a living? My family is in banking, Herr Knight. What do you do for a living?
Me? I'm a writer.
A writer? How aggressive of you.
Not even sure what that means.
I take it you're particularly fond of hunting. I noticed photographs downstairs. You and the Baron sure do get around.
We are the best? You may find that out for yourself someday.
Oh, I'm anxious for us to hit the field. I have a feeling there's a lot I could learn from you.
You may find yourself more challenged than you can imagine.
True. I don't get in as much practice as I'd like, and hunting's like any other sport. The more you do it, the better you get.
Bullshit! Hunting is a matter of the spirit, of will.
So it is.
Werewolf,
However,
werewolf.
Evan could see that Von Glover and I have had more practice than the others in the club. We used to hunt together quite a bit.
Used to. You don't hunt together anymore?
No, not often.
Are you and Von Glauer too busy to hunt much these days, or have y'all fallen out?
I suppose I've simply outgrown him.
Really? In what way?
You wouldn't understand.
Oh. How about telling me about the other club members?
I have a better idea. Why don't you tell me about yourself?
Like what?
For example, why are you in Munich?
Oh, I'm just vacationing. Thought I'd stop by on my way through.
Really? And where are you staying in Munich?
Outside of town a ways.
Which suburb?
I'm on a farm, actually. And you know, I don't remember the name of the area. Probably couldn't pronounce it anyway.
Yes. Quite curious for someone with a supposedly high Germanic background.
Dude, I got a city named after
Yep.
me.
I guess going out and making your mark on the rest of the world will do that to a family line.
Seriously, I'm a Ritter of Rittersberg. You're gonna question my credentials as a German family?
The club seems to be an exciting place. Do y'all travel much as a group?
No.
Really? You don't hunt abroad?
We are all very busy men.
No, isn't that odd? So, how do you like the club?
Herr Knight, if you wish to learn about the club, you should keep your mouth shut and observe.
Have you ever heard of the Black Wolf?
No.
The music says otherwise. I love how music works like that. It's very subtle.
You mentioned that y'all don't go on hunting trips abroad?
We do not.
But those trophies in the basement, do y'all really have white tigers in Germany, or lions?
The majority of what the club hunts are far more common species, Herr Knight. The trophies in the basement are exceptions, and they were obtained quite legally.
Oh, you misunderstand me, Baron von.
I think not. In any case, the basement is not public territory, and its contents are, therefore, none of your concern.
Of course, I do apologize.
As a guest of this club, the why you're a guest of this club is a mystery to me. But as a guest, perhaps you should limit your prowling and sniffing to areas which you are offered openly by those who belong here.
Seek hail.
You're so right.
The German accent is just perfect for anger, isn't it? Alright, so That's 3 Germans we've pissed off in the course of less than an hour. Gabriel definitely has a way with people. Alright, let's leave the hunting lodge for now. Let's go talk to our new buddy von Glauer. And it's going to be another one of those long conversations, guys. I enjoy them. I hope you do as well.
Entschuldigung, Baron. Gabriel Knight ist hier, c'est Suzanne.
Did he just call me Gabrielle?
Lassen Sie bitte ihn herein.
Because I never traveled with Xena.
Gabriel, what a pleasure to see you so soon. Bringen Sie uns bitte ein zweites Glas Wein.
Hope I'm not taking advantage of your kind invitation.
Well, my invitations are meant to be kept. Come, warm yourself.
See if you can pick up on the serious
wine.
bromance vibe here.
I got hooked on the grape when I lived in France.
It's fine, Baron.
Call me Friedrich.
All right.
Good. I like to have things settled. You were going to tell me how you found the club and about your hunting in America.
Oh, there must be more interesting subjects.
No doubt. You are a man who runs deep, I suspect.
On my off days.
I find nothing more stimulating than a new companion. A fresh mind with treasures to reap. New thoughts like rare birds uncovered and examined, one by one. It is only when people know each other well that they run out of things to say.
Kinky.
May we never be so cursed.
I like how Gabriel just fits right into the situation, though. Frederick von Glauer's character, especially in this dialogue, really puts me in mind of, like, vampires.
It's a great mask. Mind if I take a look?
Be my guest.
Interesting. Is it African?
No, Indian. I picked it up in Brazil.
Huh.
So, he was in Brazil, huh?
Are you from Munich originally?
No, I was raised abroad. But both of my parents had deep Bavarian roots.
Really? Where abroad?
All over. France, England, South America, North America. I love to travel.
So tell me about your family.
The von Glauers? We are not nearly as old a line as the Ritters, I'm afraid.
Do you have a wife? Children?
Good God. No.
You sound like someone else I know.
I've been picking up on certain similarities between us. Do you have relatives? How fares the Ritter family tree?
I'm the last.
I too. I suppose all trees eventually stop bearing fruit.
I feel like I'm being propositioned.
How'd you end up here?
My circumstances were probably not much different than your own. I wanted to return to the land of my ancestors, and so I did. Which reminds me, You were going to tell me how the Ritter family ended up in America.
My grandfather. He left the family and went to New Orleans.
But you chose to return to the family. Why?
If you want to know the truth, I didn't have a hell of a lot of choice.
Yes. I understand.
Really? You understand the whole voodoo thing? Because I'm still wrapping my head around it.
Tell me about the club.
I'd prefer it if you formed your own opinions. To be perfectly frank, I could use a fresh perspective. That's one reason why I invited you to join us.
How about telling me about the other club members?
Ah, I select few. You find them valuable friends once you get to know them.
Did most of them come to the club through you?
For the most part. Though occasionally, fate throws one into my lap.
Didn't we already toast earlier? How many times do you toast in one conversation?
All of the men of the club are from wealthy German families, I gather.
Yes, but it's not quite that simple. I am a believer in self-determination. Each man at the club must also be personally accomplished and gifted.
Really?
Absolutely. For example, von Eigner owns one of Germany's biggest meat butchering plants, and he runs an elite private brewery. It's true he inherited the business, but he's expanded it a great deal.
A butchery? Huh. And the others?
Price is recognized as one of the best trial lawyers in Germany. He seems pleasant enough in person, but you would be surprised how vicious he can be in the courtroom.
And Henneman?
Is with the government. He has a prominent position and is an acknowledged contender for higher office.
Really? How high?
There have been newspaper reports that predicted the highest.
That would be convenient for his friends, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Such men are an asset to everyone who knows them.
And Baron von Zell?
Von Zell's family owned the majority of stock of one of Munich's oldest banks.
In his own personal accomplishments?
Gar is a quite promising young man. He was always top of his class, the best at anything he did.
I keep picking up a past tense here.
It's because he
You
said
haven't
it.
seen him at his best. He's going through a rough spot lately, I'm afraid.
There's something about the club I don't quite understand.
Yeah?
I get the feeling you're not your average, ordinary hunting club.
No?
Well, that room in the basement, for instance.
I gather you've been exploring.
Well, the door was open.
It doesn't matter. You are right. Yes. The Königlich Bayerische Hofjagdloge is more than just a hunting club. We share certain philosophical beliefs as well.
I'm curious about these philosophical beliefs of yours. Can I talk and enlighten me?
Are you really interested?
Yes.
I'm glad. You seem to be the sort of man who would appreciate our way of thinking. The men at the club and I, it is our desire to reconnect with our true physical nature.
Go on.
Think of it this way. What makes men different from any other species on this planet?
We wear clothes. We have thumbs.
Civilization.
Oh.
Of course.
I always get
Oh,
them
it's not a
wrong.
bad thing, human society. But it has come at a terrible price. Through civilization, man has lost his physical self, his sensory power, his instinct, if you will. He became fat and lazy, a dulled, rusted blade.
And those are my good days.
Picture a beast in the woods. It is alert. It smells. It sees. It feels everything around it. It can tell where some other animal has passed the days before, where food is to be found. It can sense danger. You put civilized man in the woods, and he's comparably deaf, dumb, and blind.
I hear you, but isn't some of that related to physical makeup? Our senses of smell and hearing aren't as sharp as those of wolves, for example.
That's just it. Surely man once had those abilities. As generations of city dwellers failed to use their most acute senses, genetically they started to fall away, the way limbs wither when not exercised. I believe we can hold this degeneration. And not only hold it, but recover that which was lost.
It's an interesting concept. Do you have any proof that such powers are recoverable?
You ever seen Daredevil?
I felt things myself. Keener hearing, sharper smells, but documentable proof? That is harder. To what extent we can recover these primal abilities, and what some of those abilities might prove to be, that is what we still struggle to find out.
You're very convincing, Friedrich. There's no doubt that the potential is fascinating.
Meanwhile, Gabriel's just thinking, crazy, crazy.
How does one go about trying to get back in touch with one's physical self? Does it have something to do with hunting?
You are right. That's part of it. Yes. Man is, or was, a predator. But unfortunately, he was too smart for his own good. He figured out how to raise his prey in pens. Hunting helps us get back in touch with our predator soul.
Do you? Get back in touch with your predator soul?
Some of us have been more successful at tapping into that than others.
Those of us who are werewolves.
So how has this philosophy affected the men in the club?
The men at the club are all excellent specimens who have used the philosophy to increase their success and power.
So your woods becomes corporate headquarters, your prey the competition.
Some of the technique can be applied, yes. When the senses are primed, one can pick up all sort of feedback that is normally lost in the haze.
Speaking hypothetically, do you think it would be possible to take this philosophy too far?
Funny that should occur to you so quickly. It hadn't occurred to me for the longest time. I hope not.
I think when you start killing small children, perhaps it's gone too far.
Have you ever heard of the Black Wolf?
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Gunther! Würden Sie das bitte reinigen?
You barely got me.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
A few drops of wine ain't gonna hurt me, buddy.
Danke.
I feel so clumsy. Danke, Gunther. What was it you asked again?
You heard me.
I asked if you'd ever heard of the Black Wolf.
Of course, you did. I suppose you just startled me. These killings in the papers. They've really got me derailed.
Any particular reason?
People getting slaughtered. Children. In broad daylight. Nature can seem cruel, but it is orderly. It does not waste or torture. Not like this. And with the club, espousing what we do, our philosophy does not support this kind of thing.
I'm sure that's true.
I apologize. It just... I'm concerned that we are not put in the best of light under these circumstances. To promote hunting on these atrocities in the papers. You must understand. The nature I promote is not a murderer. When a healthy beast kills, it takes only what it needs to survive, and it does so respectfully. It is only the man who is capable of such a pointless slaughter. I'll be glad when this has passed. I'm sure the other men feel the same way.
Those of you watching at home, by now you should have been able to figure out the entire story that Gabriel is trying to figure out. Who is and isn't a werewolf, and the hierarchy, and the killing. I'm going to go ahead and save real quick. Again, I can't see my keyboard, so